Welcome to Wheel Decide Wednesday. This is a special feature of the Do Better podcast where we spin a wheel to see what we're going to talk about for a few minutes. And Joe, I did add a few new topics.
Oh, that's
If you
awesome.
like them, we will see what we get. I thought wait, did it add them? Oh no, it didn't add them. Hold on. I have to modify the wheel real quick.
All right.
How is your week going?
Good. It's been interesting. A lot of new developments. I mean, it's really interesting so far. But school year's closing, coming down to a wire. So a lot of things going on there. Maybe one day during one of our podcasts, I can tell you exactly what's going on with school for next year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, a lot of things have happened, but I'm just excited that we're here together and we get to spin this wheel that will decide our fate for the rest of our
for the next
lives.
few minutes at least. All right. So I got it updated. Okay, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel.
All right.
I knew it was going to land on that one. So this is one of the new ones I added. It's thoughts on the world right now. So it's a little bit more of a deep discussion probably than we typically have. But I thought, we might want to throw that in there. So
yeah.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I'll let you go first.
Great. Okay. All right. So
let's start a timer.
I started it. Okay, so our topic for Wheel Decide Wednesday is thoughts on the world right now. And again, Joe and I do not prep for these, so this is just speaking off the cuff. I'm really, it's been a really rough time this week, and I shouldn't I shouldn't even be the one having to say that. Like, I'm not even the person that should be talking about that. Definitely feel like I'm somewhat informed on some of the race issues going on in our country right now, but I'm not nearly as informed as I need to be. And I've been saving a lot of different resources that have been shared, but I'm frustrated for myself because I just don't have the time in the day to look at them. And then I feel like I'm letting down all of my friends and family members of color. And I know it's not my, like, they don't need to be saved or anything like that, but I know that if I'm silent and I don't do my part to disrupt the systems that have existed for so long, then I might as well just not do anything at all. So there's a really great podcast that came out from Beautiful Humans that I really want to see the Social Change Cast or listen to. Matt Sikoria just put out a panel of several people. It's Antonio Harrison is the host of it, and then I know that the Kirbys were on there. I can't remember who else, so I'm really looking forward to listening to that. But I'm doing a lot of listening, and sorry, yeah. So I hope that I can figure out what things I can do to help disrupt the system, but it's just a really difficult time. I can't believe it's 2020 and the same fights and battles that have had to be fought for basic rights in this country are still being fought for, and people don't understand the systemic problems that have existed for so many years. And it's been the hardest is seeing that people in our field don't get it. It's like, we're a field that understands you're a product of your environment, and to like think that this is not something that should be discussed or addressed, and that we don't need to think about these things with our clients because we're a science is just absurd to me. And I've been really saddened to see some of those posts that have happened on Facebook over the past week. So my time is up and I made it through. So there we go.
Wow. Awesome. That was perfectly done because I'll start my time now. My thoughts on the world, are just that. It's just there's just so much going on that it's hard to totally grasp all the information that you need to make an informed like just be informed about what's going on, the different issues. And I empathize with you, Megan. I was like, I love all these resources that are coming out, but like right now I have like no time even for myself to go through them all. And it's a shame that, you know, I can't educate myself right now because I also have all these responsibility for my own home and my family to uphold and for my clients. And, but this issue is not going to go away unless we address it now. And we really need to either be silent and listen or educate ourselves and speak out together as one voice. And to start a movement to change and do better as a country and as human beings in the world, to change how what the system is right now. And I've been going to my clients' houses throughout this week, and it's been every single time I step into my client's house, I'm just thinking in the back of my head everything that's going on, and I have no clue what your family has been going through or the issues that your family faces. It's weird for me to think about the fact that I have to driving a simple drive home is no longer a simple drive home either. And but I can't imagine what's going on with the families that I work with, and the things that I can do to do better for that family. I mean, do better myself, and then also for the family that I work with. And then my time's up.
Yeah, I know it's hard. And I don't want to be silent because I know being silent is part of the problem, but I also don't feel like I'm informed enough to say much either. But I've been trying to do more reaching out, and connecting with people, and I've joined some groups to try to learn more. And the interesting thing is the movements have existed, within the Black community, and people of color have had their own things going on for a while, for longer than I've even been alive. But it's, you know, it's finally time for those voices to be heard, and it shouldn't have taken this long. But I think like the more we can do to join those, the work that's already been done, and like become, you know, allies, the better, obviously. Yeah, it's been an interesting few days, and that's just for us. Like, that's it. That's like, it's been in our face for a few days, and this is stuff that, you know, friends of mine and yours have, and families we serve, have been living with all their lives, and their ancestors lived with all their lives and whatnot. And I feel like even just talking about it, like two white people sitting here
I know.
who do a podcast, not exactly the best forum for it. But we don't have, right now, we don't have anything planned. And I also feel horrible about that, in terms of, like I mentioned, the Behavioral Observations did a podcast, and the Beautiful Humans did a podcast as well. And I think some people have asked about it. And for me, at least, I think the platforms that already exist, that have the experts and have the people that have been committed to this cause, and can put out the information to help, that are already putting out information on like, these are the things that can be done to disrupt the system. I think supporting that and like learning is better. Like, not every group is going to be positioned to have such amazing content. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And I hope if people think I am, that they'll give me that input. But I need to learn too. So I can't exactly be expected to, but of course, if there is anyone like that disagrees or has ideas, please give us that feedback, because that's, that's one of the only ways we're going to learn how to do better as well.
Yeah.
I also have seen a lot of my friends indicating that they, to stop asking what can be done and like seeking help and getting taught because it's exhausting and they're exhausted. So to further place that expectation is something I've been trying to stay away from and like teach myself and figure out what to do. So I know I already had my time, but I just felt the need to say that. So
I love it. I think also another thing to think about too is the more resources that are out there, the more people get overwhelmed. And I feel like sometimes less is more. And if you have like like some of the cream of the crop mediums that are producing all this great content, the more information that we put out there, the muddier it gets. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, my take on it too is just, I rather have people that are educated and know firsthand or have the experience to talk about a sensitive topic like that as well. I don't feel like if I put my voice out there that it's going to resonate with everyone, and it's going to be the best way you can learn about the topic from me.
Yeah. So I just put in our comments for the Facebook Live, I put the link to the Beautiful Humans Social Change Cast. They've been putting out amazing infographics and content every day, multiple times per day sometimes, and that's been really helpful. I also joined a group started by Molly in Asia from the Global Autism Project. The name is a little different. It's called White People Doing Something, which can be a little off-putting if you don't know what the purpose of the group is. But they have call to actions every day, and they're really working towards getting movement going. Again, not from like a white savior, we need to help you perspective, but more of like, it's time to stop sitting aside and let these systems continue, and it's time to disrupt things. So I will put the link to that group in the chat as well. I had one more thing that I was going to say, but I don't remember. Oh, when you were talking about the resources that exist. So in terms of that, I think those are the two things that I have learned the most from so far. So I'm sharing those. But if anyone who's listening or watching the Facebook Live, we would, again, you don't have to, it's not expected of you to do this, but if there is a resource that has been helpful in terms of learning how you can disrupt the system and see if change can finally happen, should have happened a long time ago, feel free to put that in the comments or send it to us as well. We aren't trying to be the voices of anything right now relating to this topic. It just is what came up on the wheel. I guess I could have not put it on the wheel, but I did. So, but we do want to learn. And I think hopefully everyone that listens to the podcast is open to learning as well.
Wow. That was a lot. Heavy topic, but it's needed. So, but thank you, Megan.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. All right, well, that is our recording for today. Not as fun, not like as lighthearted as typical, but hopefully people can feel free to share their comments and thoughts as well. And we will close out for today and see you all next week.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.